나무 묘호랭개교 나무 묘호랭개교 나무 묘호랭개교 If you don't eat all your vegetables, you won't get any dessert. Hi, everyone. Sylvain with you. Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. Thank you for being here. Thank you, new folks. Those of you who've been here for a long time, thank you for your steadfast practice. Thanks to all of you for your practice. This is how we're influencing the world and others in a positive way, while at the same time we expand our experience of this wonderful life, this magnificent life, this singular opportunity to experience every single aspect of it. It's amazing. It's sometimes, when you got to eat more vegetables, seemingly difficult, but it's not. Those are just habit energies that we need to overcome. And there's that Buddhist rhetoric, right? So why do I start with that? I got a question once again, and I've answered this many different ways, different times. I even have a video that touches on it. I think it's called Buddhist Burnout or Buddha Burnout. Buddhist. I think that's what it is, Buddhist Burnout. You can look that up on the channel search. But I've talked about it in outside of that video as well. We are conditioned, and we are conditioning beings. Our existence is an accrual of thousands and thousands and millions of conditions and tendencies, and that's how we're here. And that's how our mind emerges from this plethora of energies of formation, right? That's what human beings are. Just like everything else, we're a product, a construction of, moment-to-moment instantiation of tremendous amalgams of potential. And a force that emerges from that energy, that momentum, is a force that clings. It clings to being, to wanting to be, to not cease to be. And so there's that past, present, future in every single moment. Past, present, future, past, present, future. Don't let go. I want more. Don't let go. I want more. This is your moment. This is life. Not just you and me, but every single manifestation of the universe is doing exactly the same thing. Forming, being, and disappearing. Forming, being, and there's the habit energy. Stringing together one moment after another. But the moments are individual. They're discrete moments. So, again, with the discrete moments and the energy and the momentum, Sylvain, gosh, you say it all the time. Well, yeah, that's life. But it's important to remember that when you ask questions like, when I chant, how does my Buddhist practice work? right? I have videos on how chanting works, how the daimoku works. I have hundreds of videos on this channel that all address this question. And yet, the question reappears. How, and it's really a motivation question, but I've set up with this talk the idea that we, you and I, sentient, with our sentient minds, we are craving machines. That's what we are. That's how we got here. Craving being. And then we're being, and we're craving more being, and we're so upset about maybe not being that we're clinging to everything along the way and to own it, to make it stay. And all Shakyamuni did was basically say, well, that's all well and good, but because of that clinging activity, we also impose a lot of pain and anxiety and stress on ourselves. And really, when you think about it, it's quite unreasonable. We don't need to do that. If we just stepped back for a moment and saw this enormous machine of life that we're a part of and celebrated every moment to see it as it is instead of trying to drag it along, because there's nothing there to drag. And whatever we're going to gain in the future, we have now. So if you just relax, take a breath, and see what you have, that's amazing. That's the payoff. Everything else remains the same. You just experience it fully in every single moment. Wow. Yeah? It's hard to keep that samsaric mind trained on that reality, though. And so we're trained. We're trained in our cultures. We're trained by mommy. Eat your vegetables, you'll get an ice cream. There's always this payoff idea. And that's really attractive to a craving being, isn't it? I'm going to get something. I'm going to get something. Ooh. It's more attractive than, am I losing something? It's much more attractive. Get. That's what we are. Right? Look at a baby. Has no pretense about it whatsoever. It is a craving machine. What's this? Can I eat it? Can I touch it? What's it smell? Gotta have it. Well, what's that? Look at the eyes. They're bigger than the head. Yeah, look at a baby. You'll see the human condition. It is. It's funny. It's tragic. It's crazy. But that's what we are. What's more difficult as we grow older is that our societal mechanisms, our interrelationship with other minds, are totally focused on taking advantage of that mechanism. What do you think marketing is? Politics. Oh my goodness. They lie, because it doesn't even matter. They're giving us something to eat up. Oh, yes, more. They could be slicing us off from the ground up like a great big salami cutter. And as long as they're giving us enough enthusiasm, well, okay, we'll just go. Shakyamuni knew this. He said, you've got to get a hold of your mind. And still, well, what's the payoff? Well, how many hours a day do I have to do this? Well, what if I only do 5 minutes, but I do it really hard? Come on. I don't care what your age is. I don't care if you're 10 years old or 100 years old. You still have this question. And it's as ridiculous of a question as it is. Sorry, don't mean to hurt any feelings. It identifies the reason for Buddhism in the first place. Getting a hold of that monkey mind. And, if you've, this recent question asked me in terms referencing SGI. I don't want to make an SGI rant. The point is, groups, organizations, sects, corporations, whatever you call them, any hierarchical group, their first, and they may not state it, and they'll actively avoid stating it, but the main group of any organization is the organization. They don't care about you. They consider you an investment to buoy up the existence of the organization. Membership has its privileges. Indeed. What a load of crap. Look, like I said, organization, society is an organization, government is an organization. Human beings are always going to try to take advantage of one another. It's sad, but it's only really sad when the taking advantage of is for really pathetic ownership of stuff. There's no living in that. Take advantage of me for your enlightenment. There's the payoff. You're looking for a payoff you already have. How much time should you spend chanting? As much as you need. Chant all day. Chant in your mind. Don't whistle while you work. Chant while you work. Chant out loud. Chant to yourself. Keep your Buddha-ness at the forefront of your mind all the time. That's the payoff. Because then everything is magnificent. You want more than that? Ask yourself what you're asking. You want more than life? Doesn't that mean that you don't value life a whole lot? What are you asking? Stop repeating this constant, like the little baby, put everything in my mouth. Sooner or later, and I've seen my own daughter do it, you'll stick bugs in your mouth and dirt in your mouth because everything's magnificent, but not everything belongs in your mouth. It's that grasping, that wanting. You're identifying your karmic problem. Chant to not crave anymore. No, don't chant for stuff, because that's anti-Buddhism. Chant for being. Chant for Buddha-ness. If it takes you 10 seconds or 10 hours, I don't know. But that's the goal. Just keep Buddha-ness at the forefront. Run your life. Don't let your life run you. How many hours does it take? The rest of your life. The rest of your life. Every life moment you experience life is an opportunity to experience it completely. There's no equation there. There's no, if I do A, B, and C, then I get what? A clear mind, an appreciative, compassionate mind, a living in the moment mind, there's no ice cream. There's no dessert. There's also no prohibition. Be as awakened and enlightened as you wish. It's your practice. You're going to meet obstacles. Life. Use your Buddha-ness to overcome your obstacles, whatever they are. Attaining Buddhahood doesn't make you float on a lotus petal. See, that imagery, that's the imagery of samsara. I'm going to get something. You can't get what you already have. That's why it's called awakening. What you need to do is get all of that. What is it? Obfuscation, reward, payoff, all of that samsaric grasping. Shut it down. Maybe you can't shut it down all the way. Maybe that's your karma. Of course it's your karma. But you can't shut off your karma. What you can do is shut off your attachment to it. That's the gold star. You can be happy in the conditions and tendencies that you're in because that happiness has always been there. It's your distraction for holding on to it or getting more that's prohibiting you. It's prohibiting you. You're doing that. Your monkey mind is insisting that you not just experience everything as its magnificent present. Here it is. Wow. I've got to drive 100 miles in this rainstorm today to get these things done, to help others, to help myself, to help my family. Wow. Look how magnificent the rain is. And if you're really that worried about it, cancel. Do something else. Oh, but then I'll lose something. Ah! Lose your attachments. I'm sorry. It sounds very non-capitalist, doesn't it? It sounds very non-ambitious, doesn't it? But what higher ambition could you have than a glorious experience of life itself? There's no extra nurturing there. There's no loss there. There is simply the appreciation of the grandeur of its importance. This is your only moment. This is your only life. What more can you want? Well, how long is it going to take? As long as it takes. In fact, screw that. You have the opportunity with this practice to experience your life fully in every moment of your life. For every moment of your life, until you have no life. Why do anything else? Yeah, well, I got to eat. I got to pay rent. Fine. Do that. but experience it as a joy of your life, an opportunity to experience it, instead of, oh gosh, I'm not gonna have a place to live if I don't pay rent. Yeah, oh yeah, very realist, very good, Mr. Philosopher. But that's not the point. The point is how you experience it. How do you feel about it? This is the psychologists diagnose people with manic depression or ADHD for these very reasons. They're stuck in the ego. It's what we're reading about in the Lankavatara right now. If all you know is the ego, then everything is a reference to the ego. If all you know is hammer, everything is a nail. You ever heard that? So don't know hammer. Know hammer, but know that you're not hammer. You're living life. You got shit to hammer, hammer it. But feel glorious about it. Understand that it's an opportunity. If it depresses you to do something, you have two choices. Don't do it. Or enjoy it. It's not hard. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's very easy to take advantage of people by using that mechanism. If you do this, you'll get that. There's always a prize at the end of the effort. And I'm telling you, Buddhism identifies the effort. There's only one effort. It's this life. That's the effort. This life is the effort. And if experiencing this life in all of its manifestations and glorious experience means that I have to chant, then chant. Nichiren said he'd gotten to a point late in his life and his doctrines and teachings where he was experiencing Myoho Renge Kyo in every single moment of the day. What do you think that means? He was constantly putting his mind in Buddha-ness throughout his day. Well, easy for a monk who's doing nothing else. That's a really simplistic view, but okay, I hear you. But that's the goal. Whatever your endeavors in life, whatever the struggles or involvements you're dealing with, they're all relationships. Whether it's with lovers or parents, family, politics, jobs, work, whatever. It's all relationships. And the only part of a relationship that each of us can handle is our part in it. So choose to be in it in Buddha-ness. Chant all day long. 5 minutes here and 10 minutes there isn't the formula. Awakening your mind to Buddha-ness is the formula. And all of us are different. Right? Some days, some weeks, it's very easy for us to stay in Buddha-ness. The week goes by like a snap because it's so effortless. Other weeks, getting by 3 hours seems like an eternity. Chant more. Demand Buddha-ness more. It's your life. Things are going swimmingly. Respect the practice. Don't forget to practice. But you can ease up. It's easier. In fact, you may find that you'll chant more without even knowing that you've clocked in so many daimoku or so many minutes or hours or whatever. That's not what's important. The duration of your practice is your life. You want to excel at your life? Talk to an Olympic athlete. Ask them how many hours a day they spare from their goal of an Olympic championship. Are you prepared to commit to your life at that level? Because that's what it is. It's your life. What part of it do you want to negotiate samsaric ideation, ego, traps, suffering, stress, exaltation, or the magnificent Buddha-ness of all phenomena being present and presented to your life? I only want my life to be 10% that. The rest of it, I want to just be in the muck. Okay? It's your choice. How much should you chant? How much should you practice? When should you expect a payoff? Expect a payoff every single time you chant. And if you're not experiencing that payoff, ask yourself why. I hate that word, why. You know I hate that word. But I'm telling you, if you don't chant Namo Myo Renge Kyo to your mandala in your Butsudan, and with that kind of dedication and setup, and you're demanding your enlightenment, and what you're thinking is the dent in the back of your Buick, then you're not chanting. Your monkeys have taken over your mind. You're playing at Buddhism. Get serious. It's your life. Ten daimoku with that kind of ichinen. Buddha now. I want to be in Buddha-ness now. Namu Myoho Renge Kyo. That's what that means. Own that. That's better than 3 weeks of singing along Namo Myoho Renge Kyo and thinking about, oh look, I'm tying bows and Do you get that? Because the Olympic athlete doesn't spend her time putting on makeup and choosing a pretty outfit so that she can prance around the neighborhood jogging and pushing up her breasts and looking at who's looking at me, and she has no chance of competing in the Olympics. No way. An Olympic athlete, they put on their gear because it's efficient. They don't much care how it looks. That's a management problem. And they go do the work. You want to experience Buddha in your life? Then do the work. It's already there. What are you waiting for? Do that. Don't worry about how much or when or what the proper schedule is. The payoff is right now. Your life isn't on a shelf waiting for you to get to it. It's happening right now. I don't know how much more clearly I can say this. If you're tired of your practice, I guess you're tired of your life. Is that what you want to tell yourself? That's not Buddhism. That's something else. I understand that comes up in your mind. Oh, yeah, I'm not insensitive to that. I'm saying, knock that crap out. Whenever you hear those voices, smack them in the mouth and go chant. Go into your Gohanzen in your mind. Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. No, I will not submit to death, to suffering. That's bullshit. I want to experience life to the full because this is the only one I have. Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. Wow. Be amazed by your life every single moment of the day. Now you're a Buddhist. Now you're a Buddhist. Single-mindedly meet Buddha. Single-mindedly meet Buddha. Nichiren's words, not mine. All right. I feel like I'm in the South. I feel like a Southern preacher sometimes. Seriously, though, what's it going to take? You know yourself better than anyone else. And you know when you're bullshitting yourself. And I know I've used a little bit of strong language in this one. But, language like painting, brush strokes, colors, sometimes we need a little kick in the butt. Yeah? Sometimes a little excitement. It's good. Raises the pulse, gets the blood flowing. Can hear all those hemoglobin going, yeah, Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. Whatever visualization you need. Okay? I mean, I deeply, deeply feel for all of you. I want you to succeed. And I know that you will. I know that you do. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting. If you got anything out of this discussion, please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe. Really important. It really supports the channel. It's not for me. It's for us. For the world. For humanity. Oh, and it needs it. Yeah? And if you can, some of you, we just had another patron join in on Patreon. Thank you. Thank you so much for all of us. Use the website's free information. The channel search, there's topics on everything in here. And if you can think of one I've missed, let me know. I'll talk about it. In the meantime, sometimes we need to get serious with ourselves and encourage ourselves. But I don't mean that you should beat yourself up for it. That's pointless. Just recognize when you're going off track. And you may have to get a little stern with yourself. Gosh darn it, get back on the horse. Yeah? It's okay. That's what human beings do. That's the influence of the monkey mind, the samsara. It's unavoidable. Our enlightenment is also unavoidable, but it takes our effort. Yep, we got to do it. It won't happen for us. Nobody's going to eat your vegetables for you. Even the dog will get tired of eating them. Don't like broccoli much anyway. All right, enough fun. Thank you. I encourage you in your practice. I'm proud of you for your practice. Take care of yourself. Take care of your health, mental and physical. Yeah, be kind. And I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.